Houston Dynamo, Portland Timbers, Sporting Kansas, Los Angeles Galaxy,
Pitch Pass.
Toronto FC, Real Salt Lake, Chicago Fire, Columbus Crew, FC Dallas, New York Red Bulls.
Pitch Pass, your all-access credential to the people that matter in MLS. Here's your host, Greg Roach.
Welcome to Pitch Pass. Thank you again. And as always, I know I say this every week, but I truly do mean it every week. Thank you so much for downloading the show. And if you could, spreading the word about the show. I guess that's just as important as downloading it, but it actually isn't. But it kind of is. So if you like what you're hearing, and if you've heard an episode or two in the past and you continue to come back, we thank you. And we ask you to just tell some friends. Tell some of your MLS-loving friends. Tell some of your Euro snob friends that we're here and that we kind of do some stuff every week. And hopefully you will enjoy it and they will enjoy it as well. If you download it on iTunes, thank you for that as well. Subscribe. That way you'll get the episode as it's released and you won't have to wait for any tweets or anything like that to go out. But if you do, follow us on Twitter @PitchPass. And by the way, back to the iTunes. If you are following or subscribing through iTunes, very much appreciate it. Now, if you could rate the show, that would be even better. And if you could leave a comment, well, that would make you the greatest of all time. PitchPass.com has all of this information for you, as well as all of the past episodes of the show and a couple of columns as well. Sebastian Salazar of Comcast Sportsnet Houston writes for us every once in a while. He puts up some great stuff that not just has to do with the Dynamo, but also some U.S. men's national team stuff. He had a great feature recently on Stuart Holden that you can watch and listen to, and also some comments from some of the CONCACAF managers as how they feel or how they perceive MLS. It's very interesting stuff. It's all at pitchpass.com. I'm leading up all of this to tell you that we've got a shorter show today. Only got one guest, but it's a good one, though. The hottest team in MLS is the surprising, the surging New England Revolution. And who better to do it than the guy, in my opinion, who kind of is the catalyst for everything that happens offensively for the Revs, and that's midfielder Lee Nguyen, who joins us right now. Lee, how are you?
How's it going? I'm going good, thanks.
Lee, I don't want to put any pressure on you, but as I said in the intro to the show, you're the only guest this week. The whole burden of our offensive thrust falls on you, sir.
Oh, man, you're putting too much pressure on me.
I know. Well, you handled it for the Revs, so I'm figuring that you can handle it for Pitch Pass as well.
Oh, I appreciate it.
This team is just so fascinating to me, and I'm really glad we had you on because if you look at the pieces, you would say to yourself, this is obviously something that's going to be that has been building up for a while, and this last week's offensive explosion versus the Galaxy shouldn't have been unexpected. But for a lot of people, it was unexpected. Were you guys shocked that you took the Galaxy out to the woodshed?
I mean, we weren't shocked. I mean, we always knew we had the ability to play and win against any team, but I mean, the scoreline probably might have been a little off than how the game went. I think 2-0. It started to, I guess, Galaxy started to kind of give up after that, but I mean, they were pretty much putting pressure on us throughout the whole first half, and we were just able to weather the storm and able to get one right before the half, which was great for us going into the second half with that confidence. And then we were able to sneak another one 70 minutes in, and then probably in the last 10 minutes, we just got 3 goals back to back to back, which was relief for the defense after that. So.
But I got to ask you, because you said it wasn't a surprise to you guys. What has happened in the past to lead you believe that this wouldn't be a surprise? And this is no disrespect to the team as it was assembled last year, or your first year on the club through now, but there hasn't been anything that's led you to believe that the Revs can go and beat the defending MLS Cup champions 5-0.
Yeah, I mean, it's soccer, and soccer is a funny game. You can never really, the score can go either way. So last year we went to LA, we beat them 3-1. That shocked a lot of people as well.
Yep.
So I mean, this was a great team last year. We just weren't able to put all the pieces together, and now we got a great defense. We got a lot of great guys with Farrell, Jose. Juan, Diego, all these guys that are, adding to the mix from this year. We're able to finish a lot of games now, and like we probably wouldn't have last year. So going into this game, is if it was last year, we might have tied the game 1-1 or let it slip. But now with the guys that we have and players that we're more confident now, and you can see it in our play and our streak that we have so far. It's just it's just the piece that Jay's putting together for our team and the formation that we're playing. It fits, and I think a lot of guys are enjoying it right now.
And I talked to Matt Reese either just after the first week when you guys had the bye and everybody else played, and I talked to him that week, and at that point New England was truly an unknown quantity because everybody else had played and you guys hadn't played, and he kind of echoed what you just said, which is kind of weird because he was saying that coming off of a preseason. At what point did you think to yourself, wait a second, we got some nice pieces here and we could be doing a little bit of damage and people are probably going to be underestimating us going into the season?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of saw it with the pieces that we were picking up in the off season, and I was like, man, these are some good pickups. And then with the addition of Juan Agudelo as well, which is huge for us, he's helped us so much and made our team more dynamic now. But it's just we had the pieces together, and we just weren't able to put the chemistry, I guess, as you would say, but. It took us a couple games. We had a win, a draw, 2 losses, whatever in the first 4 games. But after the New York game, we had a meeting with all the players. Team got together and said, "Hey guys, this is a great team. We have a great group of guys. Let's just not worry about the past 4 games and let's just focus right now, take it game by game." And after that, we just started getting on a roll. And now the past 3 games where we're like plus 10 goals. So you can see our offense was clicking. Our defense was always spot on throughout the first couple games. It was just our offense was lacking goals, and now that's together. It's just a great piece.
So has the key been just making sure everybody is on the same page and everybody getting their games in, and now everybody kind of knowing what everybody else is doing and knowing the system better, I guess?
Yeah, well, at first, we were kind of tinkering with the system. We didn't really have a set system we were playing. Even in the preseason, we were playing a 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3, and whatnot. And it took us a little while to find where everybody was gonna excel. And I think the formation that we're in now, you can clearly see that we're excelling in all different areas. And it's working out for us, and the guys are confident, the guys are excited, and you can see it on the field. You can see it through the scores that we put up against our opponents.
I want to ask you about a couple of matches in particular because they're the ones that I kind of have circled. We talked about the LA match as kind of a big match in the evolution or the maturity of this team. Let's go to the RSL loss and the way that you guys lost that match. If there is such a thing as a good loss, could that count as a good loss for a team like you guys who were kind of coming together and you could have fallen apart after that and instead you went on the run that you're currently on?
Yeah. I mean, like you said, it's never good to lose, but as long as you're learning from your losses and you can take the positives away from it, which we did. We played well against Salt Lake. We held the majority of the possession for most of the game. And it was just we weren't able to finish it out. We had them on the back foot, and we just let up, and we gave them 2 goals in the last 15, 20 minutes or so. And then we also had a chance to tie it at the end. We weren't able to close it out as well. And so, just that, knowing that against a team like Salt Lake, who were one of the best teams last year, and we were in the game for the whole time, and we just let it slip away on, and that was all fault. And so, after that, we're like, hey guys, let's just get it together, and we just need to go on a run. And once we know that we could do that, then we can start pushing on the top of the tables, and eyes are on the playoffs now. So,
what was the difference between that loss and say a lot of your losses last year, where you played well enough to get some sort of result, it didn't, and then it didn't turn into anything? What was the difference between those losses last year and this loss, which was kind of a, line in the sand time now, this is it?
Yeah, it was, one of the things we said before the whole team got together and said before preseason, and Jay alliterated it after the Salt Lake game as well, was, hey, we can't get down on ourselves after a loss, no matter where it is, when it is, against who, but let's not try and put 2 losses together. Let's not get that streak going like we did last year, where we lost the game and we got being down on ourselves, being negative, and that loss turned into 2, turned into 3, 4, 5, whatever. And so, our model this year was, hey, if we lose, we're not losing the next game, and we're going to, do whatever it takes to get a positive point. And I think that's been the goal this year. We did it after the New York loss, and then, like you said, after the Salt Lake loss, and after that, it's just propelled us onto the streak we're on now.
So talk to me about the Dynamo match. You guys took a lot of grief for your tactics in Houston, mostly from the Dynamo, obviously. But I think for a lot of people, they thought to themselves, well, that's what a team like New England needs to do to go and get a result on the road. You guys have kind of taken that whole attitude and turned it on its head, where it's like, okay, you know what? We don't need to play negatively to get a result, but if we have to, we will. Did you guys take anything away from the Houston comments based on your match against them?
I don't see how we were being negative. I know Brian King and a couple of the guys were, probably not too happy about. I guess they were saying we were time wasting or whatever. But I mean, the guys that got hurt were hurt, and they played nasty against us, and against Houston is always going to be a physical game. So we just got to battle through it. And I thought we played our soccer game for the majority of the time. We had possession, and we created some great goals. But in going away games like that, you're gonna have to play to your advantage. If you're up 1-0, if you're up 1-0, 2-1, whatever it is, you're not gonna rush to the corner flag and take a quick corner kick. You're gonna take your time, obviously. And if it was Houston on the other end, they would have done the same. And we wouldn't have any quarrels about it. That's just how the game goes. But you just figured Houston Dynamo's conference champions. They just would have handled it a little bit better. But every time you lose, someone's going to have something to say.
Well, I think at that point is when, at least for me, it was I made it a point then to start checking Revolution results, who they were playing. Do I want to watch them on MLS Live? Because I was like, oh, wait a second. If they can go and get a result there, I know you guys you got points in Portland and in Seattle, but going down and taking 3 points against the defending Eastern Conference champion, to me, that was the signal that this is a team that I need to start paying more attention to. I'm surprised you didn't tweet out, Lee, just scoreboard, just the word scoreboard, and tweeted it. That's all you needed to say.
I think enough people, they've seen it already, and enough people tweeted it, so I don't think I needed to push it any further. But, we're going to let our soccer do the talking. And so far, we got the guys, they've played so well. Our defense has been rock solid. All of our back four, our goalie, Bobby, they've done so well to keep us in all the games. And I think that's what helps us the most. And then now that our offense is clicking, that just makes our team so dangerous. And, whether it's Diego, Agudelo, me, Sayer, Jerry, any of these guys, Juan, any of these guys can put the goal in the net and change the game. So, I mean, it's just like, who do you mark, who do you cover, and it's just that type of thing. And, we didn't have that last year, and now we do. And so I think people are going to start, looking out for us, and I think a lot more people are going to watch us play now because we're playing an attractive soccer as well.
And that's what I in the intro for you, I said, in my mind, you're the catalyst for everything that happens offensively for the Revs, and it's got to be exciting for you. You mentioned last year, maybe you had a target at the beginning of the year, Sayer, the end of the year, Jerry, but now when you rattle off the names that you just did, Agudelo, Toja, Sayer, Kellen Rowe having a great year, Diego breaking out. For a creative guy like you, it's got to be really exciting to get into practice and play games with these guys.
Oh my God, yeah, even Kellen too, and then Kellen makes it so easy because he works so hard on both sides of the field, and now it's like I have options everywhere. Before maybe it was the other teams could they knew who I was going to play to or whatnot, but now it's like I can play it to Sayer, and I know he's going to do the job. I can play it to Diego, I can play it to Juan, I can play it to any of these guys, and they're going to get the job done for us, and that just makes it so much harder to mark us and defend us, and I think that's why you can see now. We're starting to put a whole, goals together, and we're offensively, we're clicking, and defensively we've been strong all year, so that's why we are where we are so far. And this is where we're not even halfway through the season, so who knows where this team can go.
I talked about 2 years ago to Kyle McCarthy, who covers you guys, about Diego Fagundes, and at the time he had just made a couple of brief cameo appearances, and he looked really exciting to me. It took him a while to get his legs under him. What do you see as the biggest growth from him last year to this year? Is it just another year older for a young guy like that?
Yeah, I mean, Jay's done a great job in bringing him along, and he's young, so you don't want to put him too much pressure on him too fast. And I think he's done a great job with slowly bringing him along, and he's just he's gaining experience, and that's the main thing. He's gotten a lot of experience since he's gone pro, and now with that experience has come confidence, and this kid's got a lot of it. And I mean, he's only 18, so he's got a bright future, and we're all happy that he's on our team.
Okay, so you say you're all happy that he's on the team. Does that mean that you're the one who hangs back with him when everybody else goes out and does adult things on the road?
Oh, I mean, he can handle his own. We're not worried about it.
But when you guys go out and do the adult things, the over 21 type things, who hangs back with him and goes, all right, I'll hang with you?
Oh no, I mean the kid, he's very well known. He's got friends everywhere. So I mean, well, we go out, but we always want to bring him along. We try not to, if he wants to come along, we're gonna go to the movies, or we'll go out to eat or whatnot. But a lot of the times, he's got his own agenda, and he's doing stuff with his own friends as well.
So when you're on the road in say Portland, he's got friends that he knows in Portland?
I mean, it's amazing, man. I mean, you never realize, but he's probably one of the guys on our team who wants tickets for every game we go to. It's like, how do you have friends in Columbus? Like, we don't understand this, and it's just he knows everybody everywhere, and I guess it's just he's popular.
How many people in different cities did you know when you were 18?
I don't think I knew anyone outside of Dallas.
Exactly. That's what I don't understand. How does he know somebody in Columbus, of all places, when he was born? He was born in Uruguay and Boston raised. How does he know somebody in Columbus?
I'm telling you, man. He's got friends everywhere. It's just amazing. He's just like, we're in Columbus, or we're in Portland or wherever, and he's just like, hey, I need tickets. I need 5 tickets. I need 3 tickets. And I'm like, for who, man? He's like, for my friends. And I'm just like, all right, man.
I wanted to talk to you a little bit about your sojourn in Vietnam, and without getting into specifics of salary, was the amount of money that you were making in Vietnam significantly more than here, or just more?
It was, yeah, it was significantly more.
Significantly more. All right. And the cost of living in Vietnam, was it the same? Was it worse, or was it easier, or was it worse than in Boston?
It was significantly cheaper.
So then it leads to the next question, Lee, which is, why did you come back?
I mean, a lot of people ask me the question, and even a lot of my friends, like, why would you come back? You were having such a, good life back there, easy, And
you were a rock star there too, right?
Yeah, I mean, that was good and all, but, at the end of the day, I'm still a professional soccer player, and that's what I want to do. That's what I love to do. And I just wanted to challenge myself, I was doing well there, and, I just felt like, I wasn't pushing myself, and I just needed something new. And I wanted to get back on the national team, and so, and I wasn't going to get seen in Vietnam, so the next move was, MLS. So I said, I talked to my agent. I was like, hey, let's try and make this possible, make this happen. And it was tough because I had to take the hit to come back. But like you said, I was making a lot of money, which I was able to save, and it gave me a little bit of cushion to come here. It just luckily I wasn't in Vancouver for too long because I couldn't imagine living in Vancouver. It was more expensive living there than it is in Boston.
Oh, no, that's interesting. I wouldn't have guessed that, tell you the truth.
Yeah, so, I mean, but, yeah, it was just, it's something, a new challenge I wanted to have, and at the same time, it was going to give me more exposure with the national team, and so, that was the majority, or that was the main reason why.
And you talk about, or people talk about belief in yourself and taking chances. What you just said is not just talking. That's you know what, I'm leaving money on the table to come back here to prove myself and then make that money back, hopefully down the road with my performance on the field.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what my agent, he said, hey, 100% sure. Are you sure? Because like we can't do 1 year and then you want to go back because you're not happy, and so. It wasn't about the money. I was like, yeah, we'll take a hit, whatever. But like I want to prove myself, and like you said, I want to get my stock back up to where it was. But that was the main thing coming back was first. Like, hey, we got to prove ourselves, and then try and get back on the radar and show everybody. A lot of people doubted me too when I came back. Like, they didn't think I was going to be the same player or that I could handle the physicality of the league, but. Now you see my play from last year and where the New England Revolution is this year. So, I think our team's going in the right direction.
You mentioned your agent saying to you, you got to be sure because we just can't jump right back over in a year. Now that it's all in the past and things have worked out for you, did you think that when you were sitting in Vancouver?
That was always the plan, and so I'm just blessed, and I'm happy that all things happen.
You're shifting into PC mode on me, Lee. Nice work.
Hey, man, everything happens for a reason. Things not working out in Vancouver was all the best for me, and it worked out. And to be able to play for Jay Heaps, it's been great. He works so well with the players, and he understands where we're coming from, and he tries to get the best out of you. And in the second year, he's just he's turned the team around, and he's put the pieces together. He's put us in the right formation that's going to make us play our best soccer, and he's moved me to the midfield where's my preferred position, anyways. And it's just an amazing journey that I've made, and I'm very fortunate. I'm very blessed to be where I'm at, and I couldn't have done it without all the support of my family and my agent. They questioned me at first, but they were 100% behind my decision. They said, "All right, let's do it. We're doing this. And I said, "All right." Now,
Lee, I'm not going to lie to you. I usually try to keep the guys that I have on from slipping into PC talk, especially sports speak. But you so slipperily got out of that situation with your PC cliches. You almost nailed every cliche in there. I got to tip my cap to you. It's nicely done. Well done.
I appreciate it.
All right. So last thing before I let you go, have we figured out our alternative PK takers for New England now?
Sorry. So say that again.
Have we figured out who's taking PKs if you are not available?
I think anyone on our team is capable of doing it. So it's just whoever is confident at the time. But that's up to the players and up to Jay to decide who takes that. But
Lee, all you gotta say is no need. I always plan on being on the field.
Well, yeah, of course, but you can't always be in charge of what happens with that. So, but if it does happen again, I'm confident, Sayer or whoever it is, we'll put in next time. But if I'm out there, I'll definitely put it in.
You're the guy. That's already been established. Jay has come out and said Lee is our guy. It's just behind you is what I was concerned about. But you're saying it's all going to work itself out.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate. It was a tough loss, but if we're in that situation again, I promise. Hopefully that'll definitely go in next time.
Lee, I've enjoyed watching you play last year with New England, and this year I'm so happy and excited that you guys are blossoming as a team, and it's exciting to have another team that plays an attractive brand of soccer in MLS, and so continued success for you and the rest of the team this year. Thanks for coming on the show.
Hey, no problem. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it, and hopefully we keep impressing you guys.
Pitch Pass.
This is your voice. This is my red, white, and blue. This is my anthem to you.
For more show information, go to pitchpass.com.